Hi, this is Toby. In this video we're going to make the bead for hanging the sunseed, and I recommend doing this before you make the sunseed, especially if you're using the gloves, because you don't want to be tying this knot with the gloves on. It is pretty tricky to do with gloves on. So you'll find this envelope, and in this envelope you'll have some pink gloves. These are optional for when you're making the sunseed if you don't want to get fingerprints on the inside of it while you're assembling it. And you'll also find a length of fishing line and a small bead. And what we're going to do is just tie a stopper knot on the fishing line so that the bead will be able to sit on it and not come up. And to do the stopper knot, you can sort of do whatever you want, but the way I've been doing it is I make like a simple knot, except I loop it around 3 times. So I go 1, 2, 3, and I pull that tight. And then I just use my thumb and just sort of get it even tighter into sort of a little ball. And then I'm going to do that another time and just on top of the previous one. So I go 1, 2, 3. I pull it, and then as I'm pulling it, I'm just going to make sure that that overlaps the first knot that I made. Pull tight and use my thumb and just get it all in one big bundle. And usually that's enough to stop the bead. If it ends up not being enough, you can always just tie another knot on there until it's enough. So once I have that, I'll take the other side and thread the bead through so that it's on there. And then I'll pull it tight to make sure that it doesn't come off. So that seems good. If it does come off, no worries, just tie another knot on there. So since that's good, I am then going to take some scissors and cut the little tail off of there. I leave about 1 centimeter on the knot. And so that is one side of the bead for hanging the sunseed. So at this point, you can start making your sunseed, and then when you're ready in the video for assembling the sunseed, we'll say, oh, it's time to put in the bead, and so you'll put the bead in at that point, and then that's how you'll hang the sunseed. And then when you're done making the sunseed and you figure out where in your house you want to hang your sunseed, you'll need to attach it to a hook or something on the other end. So don't do this now, but when you've figured out where you're going to hang your sunseed, you'll figure out sort of how long you want this string to be, and so you might trim it. And then at the end of it, you'll need to make a loop for hanging it on the hook. And a simple way to do this is just to make sort of a little loop like that, and then just tie a simple knot in it. So I'll just take this loop and tie a knot like that. I'll pull it tight. And then once I have that tight, then I can then just take that loop and hang it on the hook. And maybe just before I do that, I'll trim the little tail off to make it neat. And there you have it. So that's everything you need to know about doing the fishing line and the bead, and you should make your sunseed.